welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to Morning Flow. My name is Dr. Erica Steele. I'm a board certified naturopathic doctor, and this is my class Morning Flow. I have a little head cold, but I still want to move my body and I still want to meditate and all that fun stuff. So I figured it would be good if I did some kind of lazy girl Pilates and I showed you guys like what I do when maybe I'm not like at 100%, but and still just need to move my body. So when you're sick naturally, and this is like probably like a little bacterial thing, I did get a little bit of body aches, but was able to push it off. So, when we get sick the first day, right? The first day is so critical. So yesterday I could feel like my feet getting cold. I could feel, the congestion building. And so that's the day where, I start adding the vitamin C, 4,000 milligrams. I start adding the zinc, 50 milligrams. I add the antivirals. So in this case, I did a homeopathic one with a drainer because of the body aches or whatever. And then a decongestant. So, the first day is so key to get on top of it. Yeah, thank you for the likes. And so, anywho, today's day 2. So I started kind of coming down with it yesterday, and so it's day 2. So day 2, definitely want to be really, really mindful. So you'll see like I have I have my husband's sweats on and everything because I'm like just wanting to keep myself warm and wanting to kind of conserve heat. So our movement today will be my lazy girl yoga. So hopefully you can hear me because I'm going to be kind of over here. So I've got to keep the camera at least a little bit far so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I have my pillow set up. I'm just gonna kind of relax. Again, it's lazy girl. So we're gonna have our leg nice and straight. So this leg can kind of chill, relax, but you really wanna work on making sure your abs are nice and straight. I'm gonna just lift up, right? And we're gonna do that 10 times. So go ahead and pull, go ahead and zip that belly button in, buttoning that belly button to the spine, punching that, imagining the corset wrapped around, right? And then we're just gonna focus on our right leg. And we're gonna go nice up and down for 10, and I'll hold the time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so my toes were pointed there. You'll see it kind of like that, right? So now I'm gonna turn my toes out just a little bit like this, right? So here, I'm gonna turn my toes out and I'm gonna lift up for 10. And 10, very good. So now we're gonna do nice and straight. We're gonna do 10 circles forward, 10 circles back, and begin. And remember to keep your abs nice and tight. All right, and reverse. Very good. And relax down. And remember, this is Lazy Girl Pilates, so you can rest as much as you need to. You can conserve your energy, whatnot. Just make sure you feel the burn, you feel the contraction. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 10 to the front, 10 to the back. Okay. So we'll see how this goes because I've got all these pillows on my couch. All right, button that belly button in, hold 10 to the front, 10 to the back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Go ahead and bring yourself in. So far we've just done Ups and downs, we've separated ups and downs. Circle, 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 tap, 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 tap. So now we're going to work on our clamshells. So we're going to bring our top leg to match our bottom leg, and we're just going to open and close, right, for 10. And make sure that you kind of glue your ankles to itself. Very good. And really make sure you contract all along. Don't kind of slack off. I know sometimes it can be easy. All right, so now we're going to do, even though this is lazy girl Pilates, we're still doing it. We're just going to go up and down for 10 with this clamshell. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Just relax. Awesome. Okay, so now we did our open clamshell. We did our up and down. So now we're going to open up here, right? So we're going to put our leg kind of in a reverse clamshell, and we're going to kick out. So we're going to do this for 10 out of our heel. And last one, 10. Very good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to kick out, okay? We're going to hold, and then we're going to pulse, right? So up, kick out, and then you're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it back in. Very good. You're going to kick it out, and you're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back in. Okay. We're going to do about 3 more of those. So we're on our third one. Kick out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back in. 2 more times. Kick out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Woo. Feel the burn. Now we're going to one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. One more for good luck. Go ahead, kick it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Bring it back in. Go ahead and pat your booty as we have completed one side of our lazy curl yoga. Let me see who's in the chat. Hello, RH Camper. Good to see you all. All right, cool. So continuing on in our lazy girl Pilates series, we're gonna flip to the other side. So let me move my pillow concoction. My little pillow wall. All right, and then we're gonna go to the other side, and we're gonna do it on the same side. So remember, nice and straight, up and down. We want to zip our belly button in though, button our belly button to the spine, and then up. 1, nice, 10. 8 and 9. Very good. Now we are going to turn our foot out just like this. So remember, we were kind of straight. Now we're going to go off to the side. So go ahead and turn out your Pilates V and up for 10. Remember to keep your belly button to your spine. And it's normal maybe that one side is a little bit more weak or tighter than the other. So definitely keep that in mind We're going to do circle 10, forward, back. Remember, button your belly button to your spine. Very good, and reverse. Very good. Awesome, and release. Now we're going to do our toe taps to the front and to the back 10 times, buttoning that belly button to the spine, pulling yourself in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Nice and relaxed. Now we're going to bring our knees into our chest, and we're just going to come up and down for clamshells. Really contracting that outer glute. Very good. Awesome. So now we're going to bring it just up parallel to each other for 10. Really buttoning that belly button to the spine. Very good. Awesome. And release. Okay, so now we are going to kind of open up and do reverse clamshells here. So I don't remember if we opened up just a little bit, but if not, we'll go ahead and do it on this side. So you're just going to open up there. Okay. Sometimes it's difficult for me to remember which side because, you're doing both sides or whatever. All right, very good. And then hopefully we didn't just do that one side. All right, so now we're gonna kick out, remember, so nice and up and then kick out. I think we just did this one. We didn't do the preparatory for it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Go ahead and bring that down. So now we're going to do our kickouts, and then we're going to do our pulses for 10 like we did before. Remember, we're buttoning our belly button into our spine for this morning flow lazy girl yoga style. All right, go ahead and contract, and then move it out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really push out from your heel. And 10. Feels so good, feels so good, feels so good. Go ahead and pat your booty. All right, so we got through that portion of lazy girl yoga when we are, hey, yeah, exactly. So I woke up with a head cold, right? So I thought I would show you guys like lazy girl yoga or lazy girl Pilates rather, like a little bit when I'm just like kind of feeling half mast, but still want to get a little bit of a workout in. So yes, exactly. Normally I'm like, of course, like totally like bathing suit half the time. Yeah, so when yesterday was the first day, kind of, I had a little head cold, and I'll have this knocked out by tomorrow. However, so first thing you do is like put layers on because you want to sweat. So I figured it'd be good for me to keep doing morning flow this morning just to get a good little sweat inside. Yes, hello. So just as we're detoxing our bodies and cleaning ourselves up, I've got also too my nice tea. I took my pH levels this morning, so good to go. I have a little bit of an inhaler here, like one of those, essential oil style inhalers. So I'm gonna take a puff. Right? So me, it's like they'll last like 2 to 3 days. It kind of started in here, but Yeah, so I figured I would introduce you to like lazy girl yoga or lazy girl Pilates, because when I'm like half mass, I still want to get a good little workout. So we'll do our abs, and then we'll finish up for the day. We'll do the meditation and all the things. All right, so we're gonna do our ab work, right? We're gonna punch our belly button to our spine. So remember, we're gonna zip everything up. So I kind of showed you guys yesterday, right? So we want to zip everything up, right, from the bottom, and then we want to button our belly button to the spine. Then we want to imagine like a corset kind of wrapped around, and then we want to pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, and that's where we're holding. So we hold for 1, 2, 3. We keep our shoulders relaxed. 4 and 5, right? So that's what we're doing, right? When we're working on our abs, we're zipping it from the bottom, buttoning our belly button to the spine, wrapping like this giant corset around, and then pulling it in. Hey, Salsa. Hey, Black is Beautiful. Hey, Touted Kisses. Oh, I love it. Black is Beautiful. I'm so glad. Okay, cool. So zipping, buttoning, corseting, pull in, pull in, pull in, and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. All right, we're gonna do that 3 more times. Go ahead and relax for a minute. All right, now zip, 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 button, corset, pull in, pull in, pull in, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. We've got 2 more rounds. That feels so good. I just love to get, all my muscles contracted. I can already feel me sweating. I need to order one of those infrared beds. I have like I have all the things back in the States, but down here I don't have some of my things. So I was thinking I really need to order one. Time's a ticking. Okay, go ahead and zip it up from the bottom, button that belly button to the spine, corset all around, pulling you in, pulling you in, pulling you in, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, one last time that we are going to build this, and really it builds that internal strength, that internal, abdomen wall. A lot of times people will do like this kind of thing, and all that's going to do is build bulk. And so unless you want bulk there, which most people don't, you want to lean everything out. So stomach vacuums and ab contractions are actually much better. All right, our last one, we're going to go ahead and zip ourselves up, buttoning our belly button to the spine, corset around the midsection, pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it in, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Well, that was our movement and our morning, for our movement section of our morning flow. Forgive me for my sweat outfit. I'm getting over a little head cold, but thought it would be good to, I was still had a little bit of energy in the tank to do it, but I'm going to rest today and kind of take it easy and maybe not work as hard as I usually do, but definitely have some deadlines and things. So yay. All right, so now we're going to do our meditation. So we're going to do a prosperity meditation today. It's going to be a 5-minute meditation. It's a Kundalini meditation. Kundalini is very unique. It's been studied in neuroscience. It lights up different portions of the brain, so getting the brain firing and the brain working. And so that's really a lot of why we do this type of active meditation. The Kundalini has a combination of mantra. So in this case, our mantra is going to be Har. Mudra, which is our hand position like this, right? Our eyes are also part of the mudra, and they're going to be closed with a little bit of slit, looking at the tip of our nose. You can do 3 minutes or as long as 11, but not over 11. So keep it prescriptive. We're going to do 5 with this. So even like, let's say you do like 3 minutes, right now, and you do 5 minutes, whatever, as long as accumulative in the 24-hour period, it's no longer than 11 minutes. So you could split it up if you want to do 3, whatever. I like to get it done in the morning, get it out of the way, boom, done. If I try to wait like it never gets done. Yeah, it's always one of those things. It's like, gotta get here, gotta get there, whatever. So, all right, I'm gonna tune us in as well. So, Kundalini has a tune into it. Ong Namo Guru De Namo. It helps you to connect with your higher self center. So go ahead and do that. And then there's a little prayer for protection. I chant it, so I can't even say in my brain. My brain just won't fire at this point with that. So I'll do that, and then we'll move right into the heart, and I'll keep the time. This is a prosperity meditation, so abundance. If you want to generate more wealth, abundance, revenue, this one definitely does it every single time. So, all right, cool. So, hands in prayer. Big inhale. Namo Guru Dev Namo Namo Guru Dev Namo Namo Guru Dev Namo Ad Gudename Jugat Gudename Sad Gudename Sirgude Vedame Ad Gudename Jugat Sad Gudename Sirgude Vedame. I'm overthinking it, right? Big inhale. Pray for protection, peace, security, surrender. Very good. Now we're going to get our mudra, which is our hand position. Big inhale, and then go into our hearts. I'll keep our 5-minute time. Heart, 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 heart. It's about a minute has gone by. Really work on contracting your solar plexus in and out. Remember, your solar plexus is a part of your foundational creation. It's a part of your personal power, self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, your self-confidence to execute and bring forth your manifestation. So more strength and tone in this region will really help strengthen your resolve and your resilience as time goes on. We should be about halfway there. Keep it up. Heart, 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 heart. Last minute. We have to go. Think about this as almost that kind of last lap, right before that miracle happens, and feeling that resistance that we have with inside self, and perhaps that feeling to quit, or that feeling to stop, or that feeling to really not follow through, and practicing the discipline and the fortitude and the confidence and the resilience to continue for the last 30 seconds. You can do anything for 30 seconds. Keep it going. Heart, 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 heart. Very good. Big inhale. Hold at the top. Root lock. Go ahead and lock your anus, your sex organs, your abdomen to your spine. Button it up and hold and lock. Hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Controlled breath all the way down. Releasing out all of the breath. So taking those vocal cords from that more tensed state into that more relaxed state, at least for me. And big inhale. Imagining a cup of abundance, of health, wealth, prosperity. Just visualizing, imagining, picturing, and pretending with your logic, voice, reason, and ever so keen decision making that you're creating all of the possibilities needed to turn the impossible into possible. You are a masterful creator. You are divine. You are love. Be still and know that you are God. God is creation. God is one. God is connection. God is peace, and God is love. Hands in prayer. Big breath. Blessing over all of the souls on the planet, those needing healing, starting with myself first and casting out all of the overflow of abundance, love, prosperity, and peace around the world. So many people in need of healing. Big inhale and exhale, release. All right, so that was our meditation for version, our prosperity. I actually feel really alert now, which is kind of interesting. Again, I remember we would hook our brains up with equipment and QEEGs and stuff, and we would run brain waves, and we would see what these things were actually doing to our brain and our brain waves, and it's pretty powerful how it can shift. And sometimes even when I would be doing Kundalini yoga, I'd have tears or emotion or anger, or one time I was doing this meditation. We had to practice for 45 days, and we're assigned one. And the one that I was assigned was giving me vertigo, and I didn't know because my nervous system wasn't toned. So I was literally giving myself vertigo with a meditation. Oh my gosh, that was a whole ish show. And then Kundalini cleared my system out. One year I got the flu really bad, the first time ever, in all the years. I had COVID 3 times, during that whole deal. But the flu really knocked me on my butt. That was whoa. And it was all just my system clearing out, right? So definitely honor your body, embrace your body, love on your body. And when your body speaks to you, communicates to you, please listen. All right. God, that tea is amazing. My husband made me some tea before I left. It's so yummy. Okay. He probably put some honey in it. I don't normally put honey in mine. That's That's probably why it tastes so sweet. Anyway, so now we're going to move into the journal portion of our morning flow. So go ahead and grab your journals. And what we're going to do is we're going to meditate just for a couple minutes on 3 words that we're going to choose. I already know my first word is going to be healing for self and others. And then we choose 2 other words. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to script out loud for you, but you'll be scripting in your journal. I tend to recommend you have 2 journals, a trash journal and a treasure journal. The reason for that is sometimes you're going to have trashy thoughts, and we want to keep a healthy mental diet. So we want to throw away the trash thoughts, the thoughts that just don't work. So the negative thoughts, the angry thoughts, the hurtful thoughts, the powerless thoughts, whatever those thoughts may be, all the junk, throw it in there. And we don't want to cross-pollinate. So once that book gets closed, we don't need to go back and reread it. We can throw it away, burn it, be responsible with it. Please don't litter. And so, we also are going to have our treasure journal, which is going to keep things like our scripting, things we want to create, things we want to manifest, things we love, beauty, inspirations, all kinds of things, right? We just put our creations in our treasure journal because we want to treasure those. And then we keep those treasure journals year after year, and then we get to look back at them and see all of the different progresses that we've made. So that's just a little tip I've used for all of my, journey in self-healing and rewiring my brain. Okay, so we're going to move into journaling. I'm going to take a few deep breaths, get my 3 words. You can borrow my words or you can choose your own. So big inhale. I love that. Okay, so my 3 words, and I'm going to have to get my journal, is healing. I'm going to write it in here. Healing, honoring, and acknowledging. All right, so those are my 3 words. Normally I write them, but my scripting book is all the way over there. Okay, so now I am going to start working with the word healing, and I'm going to script this. Again, you can use my words or you can choose your own, but since I've got all this going on, I figured healing would be a good one. That was pretty obvious. All right, so big inhale on healing. I give myself permission to allow myself to heal, and it's okay. And I choose to heal at my highest state, and it's okay. And I choose to allow myself to heal perfectly, effortlessly, and efficiently, soundly. And I trust my body's ability to heal itself. My body has a natural ability to heal itself and can and will heal itself if given the right environment. My job is to create an environment that's conducive for healing. And therefore, I create the environment that's conducive for healing. Ashe, aho, I love. I touch. I breathe. I feel. I stay. I give myself permission to feel honored. And in that honoring, I'm nourished. I'm supported. I'm worthy. I'm worthy because I am. I choose to be worthy because I am. I define my worth not by my actions, not by my achievements, not by my accomplishments, but merely by my birthright. My breath provides me honor. And as I inhale and exhale, I bring in honor. And I release unworthiness, undeserving, lack, fear, stress, hatred, anger, control, pride, and judgment. I release all the defense mechanisms. And I allow myself to receive all the abundance that is my birthright. And I allow myself to be in overflow. Overflow in health, overflow in wealth, overflow in relationships, overflow in connections. And I allow myself to connect all over. All the people, honoring all of the Black people across the African diaspora. Africa, unite. Big inhale. My last word is acknowledgement. So I stand in being acknowledged, being accepted, being at peace, being loved, being secure, being confident, self-assured. being seen, being heard as the powerful being that I am. Choosing love, choosing connection, choosing peace, releasing out any fear, any worry, any doubt, any hate, any resentment, any discontent, breathing in unconditional love, acceptance, and forgiveness of self and others. I now choose to create healing. I now choose to have my cultural heritage honored and all of the different admixtures there are of the African people. And I choose to acknowledge my birthright, and I choose to acknowledge my bloodline waking up to the revolution that is upon us. And I choose to be powerful in the face of adversity. I choose to speak truth to power. I choose to stay in my personal power, self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, and acknowledge who the F I am. I choose to wake up. I choose to wake up. I choose to wake up. Big inhale. Eyes open, wide awake. Eyes open, wide awake, right? Eyes open, wide awake. Eyes open, wide awake, right? There we go. Here we are. We're more than enough, and we're overflowing, right? Here we are. So that's our journaling, and it really sets the tone for our day. So now I feel more kind of warmth in my heart, more warmth in my chest. I actually feel better. But I'm not going to take my body for granted. I'm definitely going to rest and take it easy. I do have my stress lunch and learn, which will be super fun to teach this afternoon. So this morning I'll drink a little bit of tea. I'll rest a little bit. I did release some new videos, so check those out on my YouTube. But I've got some TikToks I have to edit, but it should be pretty chill. So yeah. So, all right, so now last portion of our morning flow is we're going to schedule our day. So now that we've created Who Am I, that was our journal prompt that we kind of continue to work with and play with. And we create ourselves using 3 words every single day. I write the words down, and then we embody them and we script them. So what I kind of said out loud is normally what I would have written down, right? It's more powerful when you write it down, truly, just because it accesses the subconscious mind. However, when you do communicate it, there's a vibration and there's a reverence. So really make sure you're feeling what you're saying. You're not just mindlessly saying it, right? Okay. So now if you've never planned your day with me, I'm going to walk you through. So first things first, we just data dump everything off of your brain, any of your thoughts that you have, like your task, whatever. Hey, chicken, welcome in. And so just dump it all out in, thank you so much, in your brain, right? All your tasks. And then once you do that, you're going to organize them in buckets. So you're going to have a health bucket, you're going to have or like a you bucket, right? You're going to have a work bucket, a family bucket, all different buckets. A finance bucket, like my finance bucket is like bread. I need to pay, my bills and stuff. I've been, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to do it. It's one of those things, right? So tomorrow, or today actually, maybe tomorrow actually. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Today, if I can work it in, but definitely tomorrow. Tomorrow's my deadline. So there we go. And one of the things too is one of the tips for time is never put off what you can do today, tomorrow. However, I'm also prioritizing and balancing my health, so I'm going to honor that too. So that's where I give myself a little bit of grace just because I'm healing. So that's balance and prioritization. So we can always change our mind, right? That nothing is fixed, but we're writing it down to really almost create that manifestation. I find that when I write down my tasks, they execute a lot better. I think there's some studies, I've done different videos, it's like 42% I think increase when you begin to track it. And I'm sure it's Stanford or APA or one of those big names. Yeah, we really want to, put some boots on our prayers, so to speak, by calling it into action. And then really what happens is something magical. Our nervous system really gets more attuned, and our subconscious mind, especially if we affirm what we really want and we continuously do this and we create a discipline, what it does is it relaxes and affirms, what it is we want, and then it tells our conscious mind to kind of go out and search for it. So it opens up your conscious mind to so many opportunities and possibilities that you wouldn't normally see if you were shut down and not necessarily being as open and receptive. So there you go. All right, so you've got your buckets of all your tasks. Now the first bucket I want you to prioritize on your list is your self. So I want you to go through and I want you to put in, your meals, when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, your breaks, when you're going to relax, when you're going to rest. I want you to just go ahead and create your me for the day. And it's important to put this in every single day. If you don't know what you're going to eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack, and it's not balanced in the day, you're pretty much doomed for the day in terms of your nutrition. So we want to be proactive instead of reactive. We don't want to fall, victim to the fast food industry, alluring ways. We want to prepare our foods at home. That way we can control the amount of sodium, the amount of fat, and the amount of sugar that's in the food, because unfortunately restaurants, they are in the food sales business, not necessarily in the nutrition business. So while the food tastes good, it also has a lot of additives in it. So, and that's even if you eat at the healthiest of places, you're doing a lot just because of supply chain issues and things like that. So be mindful of that. Also, too, it can get pretty, cost, lead to continually eat out. There's ways to, kind of leverage catering and different things like that for meal prep, kind of lazy person's meal prep. We'll talk about that all when we get into Nutrition Week in our Intro to Holistic Medicine class. So get your tasks, put yourself in, and then once you've got yourself in, now you can either go work, home, or do a combination of both, which I try to work both of those in, although I would say my work is a little more dominant than my home family, just because I don't have little kids and stuff like that anymore. So back in then, it was like mass pandemonium on both sides, my poor nervous system, right? Now I want to chill because of that. So go ahead and put your work in. And I like to kind of shoot for 3 to 5 tasks in the day, and I'm not going to overburden myself, meaning I'm not going to, schedule myself back to back. If you are a person that schedules yourself back to back like that and don't leave any room, that tends to be a trauma response. So keep that in mind, because it creates that fight or flight response. It's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. A lot of times it comes from that core belief, I'm not enough, attached to all kinds of achievement and transaction and can do and need and trying and all this insanity. So we're going to let all that go. We don't need to participate in any of that. We can choose something different. And so what we're going to choose is to make this fun and easy, to make this casual, to be in the moment, to be in the flow, to laugh at ourselves, to not take life or ourselves any seriously. Remember, we can change our mind at any time. Hey, Mackie. And so we want to just keep that vibration going. So go ahead and put your 3 to 5 tasks for your work in there. And then also put a couple of tasks for your family. Naturally, if your family is your focus, it would be opposite. You always want to have something outside of family and self, that you can create in the world. Purposelessness, if you have purposelessness, that's actually a form of stress and really can impact your health and well-being for long term. They did a 2020 study. They followed all these people who lived over 100, all had different diets, different drinking habits, different smoking patterns, all kinds of things. But the one thing that they all had in common was they had a purpose. Every single morning they got up, they knew what they were doing, and they'd make that purpose. And so morning flow is really also a way to create that purpose. So even if you're not necessarily, working as hard in any capacity, making sure that you fill your time with something of intention and something of creation, that way you continue to be in the flow and continue to manifest more energetic experiences, because that's why we're here, right, as humans, to experience the entire richness of humanity. A lot of people think God's work is done. It's not. God's expression is living through us. And so the desires on our heart are really the desires of God wanting to kind of live and operate through us. So we are one. We are God. Remember, be still and know that I'm God. So again, that's why we do these things, to create. And remember, our words right, are very powerful, and our words create our world. And so that's why we're going to watch our tongue, right? In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was what? God, right? So we are God. So let's be responsible and cause in the matter for what we're creating, right? We don't want to be miscreating. Ah, yay. All right. Well, I think we have gotten to the last portion, which is kind of signing off. So we did our movement, we did our lazy girl leg workout, one of my favorites. For sure. So I get a little bit of burn in without having to overexert myself. So good thing you can do right from the bed, right as you wake up every single day. And then we moved into our meditation, and we got to vibrate parts of our sinus cavity, which, definitely needed it. And then we moved into our journaling, and we had our words, and we connected with them, and we scripted our day, and then we used that affirmation and that self-identity, that self-determination of who we choose to be today into our tasks, and then we created our tasks, and boom, 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 here we go. Now we're ready to launch into our day proactively. We're ready. We're suited up. The last thing I'm going to tell you, this is really cool coming through. So we're going to get some peppermint essential oil. I don't have any right now, but I'm going to do it before, after I get off. So we're taking peppermint essential oil, white peppermint, very high frequency on peppermint. We're going to put it in our hands, right? We're going to take our 2 fingers. We're going to put it in a circle, activate it. Right? Why are we going to do that, right? To activate the oil, to activate the frequency in it, right? And then once we do that, right, then we can put it in a circle in our hand, and we're going to just shield our aura. We're going to cleanse our aura with that. We pick up so many different things. And if you're empathetic, if you're a recovering people pleaser, recovering fawner, if you are, a person that would identify as an empath or something of that regard, you pick up things and people dump things that they don't want to be responsible for. So if you're going out, shielding yourself with peppermint almost as like a force field to keep people's negative frequencies away from you, especially now because people, they've got all their stuff bubbling up. Don't go and save them. Let them bubble up. Let them have their breakdown. Let them have their crash out. That's the only way we learn is by crashing out. We don't learn when we're all shanti. Sorry. We don't learn when we're all like Guruji. We don't learn when, everything's beautiful. No, we learn when things are hard, when things are uncomfortable, when things are challenging. And that's why we resist change, because it's painful, because it hurts. But guess what? Get over it, right? This is called being a human on the planet. We're living the human experience. You're only running from yourself. You're not running from anybody else. But you're torturing the rest of us because you're not doing your own work. So please and thank you, right? Before I ask, I want to acknowledge you right now for you doing your piece of work. Because if I do my piece of work and you do your piece of work and we're all a piece of work, then we're clearing out everything out of our conscious ethers and we're just healing our planet a little bit faster. Just, 1%. That's all you really need is 1% better today than you did yesterday. So if you can focus on that and you can keep that in mind, you'll be good to go. So I'm going to finish my yummy, yummy tea. I'm going to relax. I'm going to heat my body up a little bit more. Probably take my first round of remedies for the day and do some gentle editing. So I'll be around if you guys need anything, if you need a DM, etc. Thank you so much for showing up to Morning Flow with me as we do kind of lazy girl healing morning flow. So I thought it would be good to show you guys what perseverance looks like, what discipline looks like, what, determination looks like, what focus looks like. Because, you don't become Dr. Steele overnight, right? Dr. Steele was created, invented, totally curated from a whole lifetime, 40 years of curation, right? And so, it takes something, but you have to give up a lot, right? Meaning you have to give up your excuses, you have to give up your reasons, you have to give up your fear, you have to give up your lack, you have to give up all that, right? To be able to really step in to who the F you are. So I'm Dr. Steele, right? Remember who